Now, for anyone wondering about taco trucks, let me just let you know right now. That is real good Mexican food. I don't want you being concerned, like, no, there's wheels under that restaurant. Well, sometimes we don't have a permit, okay? So, but it doesn't mean the food is not good. For me to know that I'm gonna have a good experience at a taco truck, I always research, and I look to see who's running the truck. For me to know that I'm gonna have a good time, I wanna make sure that it's an all-female crew. Not to sound sexist, it's just that when it's all women running the truck, they make me feel good about myself. They make me feel special. When I walk up at 1 o'clock in the morning and I have a buzz, they make me feel good. Hello? They come to the window. Hola, mi gordito, ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo está ese gordito, chulito, ese gordito? ¡Qué bonito! A ver, ojitos. I feel like a kid. I'm like, can I have a taco? Whatever you want me to get, I'll get it for you. Now see, when it's an all-Mexican male crew running the truck, it's late, they're tired, they're bitter. Customer service isn't our strongest point at 1 o'clock in the morning. And then you gotta deal with a drunk knucklehead like me. Hello? And they come to the window. ¿Qué chingados quieres, pinche gordo? What you want? What you want? Hey, what's up, bro? Can I have a taco? Okay, what else? That's it. That's not even a word. But you know exactly what he just told you. For some reason, Mexican people and only Mexican people have this sound that comes out of us that can just discredit anything you put in front of it. It doesn't matter what it is, we can kill it with that sound. I just graduated from college, top of my class. Well, fine, I'll work at Burger King.
Papi, this is my fiance. He loves me.
Fine, I'll be a whore. I've been starstruck many, many times. As a matter of fact, this past year, I got to meet one of my childhood heroes. I got to meet Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, some of you are clapping, some of you are like, wait. Well, here's the thing. I didn't love him as a politician, and I was too young to know him as a bodybuilder. All I knew is the movie Terminator was my favorite movie, and he was the Terminator. So, here's the story. I'm in LA at this red carpet event for some movie that I still haven't seen. I'm standing there with my publicist, okay? I'm standing there with my publicist, and she's explaining to me how the red carpet works.
Listen, Gabriel, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna go down the red carpet, and then the paparazzi's gonna start taking photos of you, and then someone's gonna ask you some questions. It's a lot of fun. Then we'll go inside, and then we'll go to the after party. It's gonna be great.
As she's telling me this, I'm looking around, and I look over and I notice, I see him. I see Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I freak out.
Relax. You've never met Arnie?
I said, no, I've never met Arnie.
I work with him all the time. He's really nice. Would you like me to introduce you?
I'm like,
yes.
She takes me by the hand and she walks me directly to Arnold. I'm freaking out so bad, I look like a big ass toddler. We get over to Arnold Schwarzenegger's area, and he's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's already got a big group of people around him waiting to take a photo. So I'm just patiently waiting. As I'm watching him, you guys, I gotta tell you right now, no one on this planet is better at meeting people than Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is the greatest people meter I've ever witnessed. And the reason I say this is because when you meet him, he's very engaging. He grabs your hand, he pulls you in, he looks at you in the eyes, and he turns it on. When you meet Arnold, you get exactly what you think you're gonna get. It's awesome to watch. You know? How are you? So nice to meet you. You're so strong. You pump iron. Hey, look at you. This is incredible. Got these lights and this red carpet. This is incredible. Excuse me. How are you? Hey, you're so strong. You pump iron. This is incredible. Look at you. People are walking away from him, looking at their hand. They're looking at their hand, you guys. 10 minutes I'm watching Arnold Schwarzenegger light people up. And then I noticed something else. I noticed that Arnold has a handler, a guy who stands right behind him. And it's this guy's job to basically reset Arnold for the next person he's about to meet. Arnold Schwarzenegger will never cut off a conversation with the fan. The guy behind him listens in on the conversation and he determines when enough is enough, and then he signals Arnold to cut it off and move on. Here's the signal. He grabs the back of Arnold's arm right there 2 times. 1, 2. That lets Arnold know, cut it off, time to move on. Always to the left. Awesome to watch. This is incredible what these lights and these special effects is going on here. Excuse me. How are you? Nice to meet you. You're so strong. Hey! I'm like, oh. So I yell out to the handler, hey! And the handler turns around. Hit him! I want to meet him. Hit him! And he starts laughing because now he sees that I see how the Terminator is really working. So he gives me one of these. Next thing you know, he is lighting Arnold up. He is hitting Arnold so fast, Arnold can barely keep up. Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, hello, how are you? Excuse me, pardon me, high five, high five, high five, high five, high five, pardon me, excuse me, hello, how are you? Very good. Pound, 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 pound. He's coming down the line, coming down the line, coming down the line, and I'm just waiting. And I stick my hand out and he grabbed it. How are you, son? I recognize you. I know who you are. You're the comedian who does the joke about the Indian man trying to rob a bank, but he cannot rob the bank because they are making fun of him. And in my head, I'm like, he knows me! Outside, I'm like, yeah, that's me. You are hysterical. Give me your contact information. You are the funniest person. Excuse me. How are you? Nice to meet you. You're so strong. Meeting Arnold is like a really good roller coaster. So let me tell you guys, I'm in the doctor's office and he tells me, he says, listen, Gabriel, obviously working out isn't cutting it. I have a friend who specializes in gastric bypass, and I think it would benefit you greatly to at least listen to what the guy has to say. It couldn't hurt. So he hands me a card. The card says BH Surgical Center. I make an appointment. I show up to this place. I get to the door. The door doesn't say BH Surgical Center. It actually says Center for the Morbidly Obese. Yeah, that's not cute. So I figure I'm there, I might as well check it out. So I walk in, I go over to the receptionist and I ask, right spot? And she was cool. She was like, yes, sir, you're in the right location. Can I ask you something? Absolutely. Why does it say Center for the Morbidly Obese on the door? The doctors prefer it that way. Why don't you have that on the card? Because then you won't come in. First time? Yeah, first time. So she hands me a clipboard and she goes, please take this clipboard and have a seat. They'll call you in a few minutes. So I turn around and I sit down on this couch and I start filling out the paperwork. And it wasn't like insurance forms and stuff like that. It was actually more of like a questionnaire. They ask you a bunch of questions and you have to answer from 1 to 10 how unhealthy you think you are. And it's not going good. It's not. I'm like, oh, freaking 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 10, 9, 9, 10, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. And as I'm filling out the paperwork outside the door, I hear. All of a sudden the door opens up and this dude walks in, freaking. I was like, oh my God, you're morbid.
Immediately, my score got better. I'm like, shoot, I'm a 4-4, 3-3-3, 2-2-2, 1-1-1-1, 1-1-1-1-1. I'm healthy by default.
He makes his way over to the receptionist, and she's like,
Are you here for the 8:30? Is this your first time here? Because the doctors prefer it that way. Because then you won't come in. Oh, God. Take this clipboard and have a seat. They'll call you in a few minutes.
So he turns around, and he looks at me and my sofa, and he's like,
I swear it was like the opening scene to the movie Pacific Rim.
he's like,
I was like, ah!
no one's sitting here. Yeah, it's all you, bro. So here's the story. So I had done shows before, in Texas, and I had never done a show in San Antonio. So the original plan was we wanted to record a special in San Antonio for the new Netflix show, for the series. So we couldn't really travel too much. And remember, they kept telling us, stay in your bubble, stay in your COVID bubble. Don't forget to stay in your bubble. So in order to be as proactive and just careful, we all went out there together as a team, okay? And then we all basically said, we're gonna do a residency in San Antonio for 30 days. 30 shows and 30 days. And on the last day, we'll record a new special. This way it gives me a chance to start performing again because it'd been over a year since I touched the stage. And so we get there and they gave me the option. Do you wanna stay in a house or do you wanna stay in a hotel? And I said, well, I've never lived in Texas before, so let's see what a house feels like. So they got us like this fancy Airbnb, and basically, it was Martin, Alfred, my friend Rick, myself. It was like 4 of us. It was like the Mexican version of the real world, okay? So we're all in this big house together. Everyone gets their own room. And so, of course, I get the big room because it's me. And, look at some, no, yes. So I open up the door, I turn on the light, click. And I'm like, this is a beautiful room. Wow, look how big it is. And then I notice there's a hole in the wall. And I said, that's weird. So I get really close to the wall. And when I got close, I realized it's not a hole, it's a big ass roach. And let me tell you, I am not exaggerating when I tell you that cuca was this big. That roach was this big. Now, I have used this unit of measure before to exaggerate. And let me tell you, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that freaking cucaracha was this big. And I don't want you guys thinking, oh, what, you think you're too good for roaches? No. I grew up with roaches my whole life. My mom and I, we lived in apartment buildings, projects. We always had roaches, but they were different. First of all, they were this big. And California roaches are very different. Okay? For example, when you turn on the light, they scatter. In Texas, he chilled. In California, they respond to sound and movement. Ah! Scatter. I tried my California technique on this Tejano roach. I said, ah! And the roach was like, what? Oh my God, I don't think he's in my room. I think I'm in his. And at that moment, my tour manager walks in the room and she's like, is everything okay with the accommodations? I said, no, the room is beautiful, but look at the wall. Aw, there's a hole in the wall. I said, get closer. She gets up to the wall and she's like, oh, it's a big ass roach. I said, you're okay with that? She said, he's not in my room. She can see that I'm visibly bothered by this roach. So she's like, would you like me to take care of your little friend for you? And it is a little emasculating because I'm a big guy and she's like 5'2". So she's like, move, fool.
She takes off her shoes, she grabs it, she gets up on a chair, and she brings it back, and she's like, soy la 69. Bam! Nailed that roach. Threw down her shoe, put it on. I look at the wall, and it kept moving. And I said, you have angered our friend. And she was like defensive. Fool, round two. So she grabs her shoe, gets back up on the stool, and she brings it back. And just as she's about to nail this roach for the second time. So during 2020, my dogs and I, the most normal thing we could do was just take a drive. Okay, drives, you could just get in the car. Nothing was open, but you could take a drive. And so we get in the car, and I put on this playlist and just drive. Eventually, we went out looking for food. And I know that sounds crazy to say it that way, but remember, 85% of the underlying conditions. I never once set foot in a market because I was afraid. All of my food came from friends and street vendors. Yeah. Yes, I support street vendors in case anyone's wondering. Because no matter what, they're working their asses off, again, trying to make a better life for themselves and for their families. After leaving a taco stand one night, I realized that a lot of people needed to step out of their comfort zones in order to find alternative ways of making ends meet. I made the mistake one night of assuming the guy working the stand was Mexican. He wasn't. I even spoke Spanish to him, which is a no-no. The rule is, when engaging a brown person, you must speak English to them first, and then if there's a language barrier, then you go to Plan B high school Spanish. You start off in English. Hello, sir, may I? ¿Qué? No entiendo. ¿Qué pasó? Oh, hold on, I got this. Hola. Yummy. So I walked up to this guy at the stand and I was like, he reminded me of a tío, so I was like, hey, ¿qué onda, compa? ¿Cómo estás? And which is like, hello, friend, how are you? And he responded, what are you saying to me? I'm sorry, sir, I thought you were Mexican. No, I am not a Mexican. I am not a Mexican. I am Greek. Greek? Shit, I was way off. I'm sorry, bro. It's late. I'm tired. Can I have 2 tacos? What do you mean, can I have 2 tacos? I just finished telling you I am not a Mexican. I am Greek. I do not sell taco. I sell gyro. Gyro? And then I remember seeing writing on the front of the cart, and I just thought it was like the guy's name or something, right? I was like, it spells it out. Gyro. So gyro. He got all pissy. It is not a gyro, it is gyro. That shit says gyro. It is gyro. Bro, I'm tired, it's late. What is a gyro? It's like a taco. But every now and then I go out and I wanna meet people, I wanna see cool things. And for example, comedy. I'm a huge fan of comedy, not just performing it, but I love going to shows. I go to a comedy show every now and then alone. Now, I don't know if that sounds weird to you guys, but for me to do anything nowadays by myself, it's my crew, all the people that work for me, they freak out when I go places because they're always concerned for my safety. What if someone tries to kidnap you? Well, they're gonna earn it. I got into a fight with some of my team members and I said, you know what, I'm going out. I bought myself a ticket and I went to go watch Chris Rock one night in concert. Now, I says, you know what? Maybe I can make my way backstage and I don't know, if I get lucky, maybe I'll say hi to him. I've always wanted to meet him. So I go to the side of the stage and I run into security and I said, hey. He looked at me and said, Fluffy! And when he did that, I said, hey, listen, I forgot my keys. I'll be right back. And the guy's like, yeah, keep going. Get your keys. I'm like, oh my God, that worked. Just like that, I snuck backstage at a Chris Rock concert. Once I was behind the curtain, I was in my element. I knew where everything was. I knew where the food was. I knew where the dressing rooms were, where the bathrooms were. I'm walking around with a soda. People are coming up to me. You know, we didn't know you were gonna be here. I got a call last minute. Looking for my keys. I says, you know what? I got this far. I'm gonna push it. I wanna meet him. I've always wanted to meet Chris Rock. It was not hard. Once I was back there, I just had to go to the dressing rooms. All I had to do was read the name on the door. I'm standing there in front of the door and I'm hyperventilating, just. The door opens up and there's this man in there, this bodyguard who's just massive. I'm a big guy, but damn, dude was huge. As soon as he opened the door, just. Welcome to Jurassic. Big! Grandote! And I'm standing there and I'm like, hi. And he's like, can I help you? Yes, my name is Gabriel. I'm a comedian and I wanted to see if I could say hi to Chris Rock, if that's possible. You say you're a comedian? Yes. Well, then you understand Chris is going over his material right now. He really ain't trying to talk to nobody. So I'll tell you what, player, if you want to come by after the show, you're more than welcome to. But right now, it's not a good time. Chris Rock is a busy man. Can I wave? Excuse me? Can I wave? What you mean? Can I wave at Chris? I don't have to come in. Can I wave? Chris Rock is in the room. He can hear the stupid conversation that's taking place. I know this because I can hear Chris Rock in the background. What's going on? Who's at the door? Move out the way. Yo, Chris, I got this, man. I got this. Move! All right. And the guy stands to the side, and now I'm looking at Chris Rock. And he recognized me. And it freaked me out. Oh yeah, it freaked me out. He's like, look who it is. Look who it is. It's the king of the Mexicans. Chris Rock called me the king of the Mexicans. For the rest of the show, everyone referred to me as El Chapo. I see a couple of young adults right there. How old are you guys? Yeah. 13. Wow. And next to you? How old are you? You're 10. Okay. I am so sorry for what Martin said. 10 years old. But you know what though? I can't feel too bad because you know what? 10-year-olds are young adults. You are a young adult. I don't see you as a kid. A kid to me, first of all, is someone who doesn't have access to the internet. You have, I'm sure, a tablet or a cell phone or access to online services, right? Services. What the hell is he talking about? Bad choice of words. You know what I mean, right? You've probably seen and heard a few things already, and the parents are like, no, not my child. No, I locked their phone. Yeah, but you don't lock their friend's phone. I feel bad whenever I say something that's kind of like risque, whenever parents bring like a 4-year-old, 5-year-old, 6-year-old, and yes, it happens. Then I feel bad because then I'll meet them after the show and I'm like, I am so sorry for what you heard me say. And it's always funny to see the parents say, oh, they hear worse at home. Nothing like watching a 4-year-old confirm that, you know, just. Nothing short of awesome. Nothing short of good vibes, okay? I have nothing bad to say about her. And not just because I signed a piece of paper that said I wouldn't say anything bad, but because at the end of the day, that is still my son's mom, and I need to make sure she can.
It's a trip, man. The biggest character in my life is my roommate. This dude's like a big-time pothead. Are there any pot smokers out here? Everybody that giggles probably is, huh? I swear to God, every morning I wake him up for work. Hey, Albert, wake up. What's up, bro? Go back to bed, bro. All right, man. He came up to me one time with this. He goes, "Hey, Gabriel, have you ever stopped to wonder all the sounds that a car makes?" I'm like, "No," but I could just imagine what he must hear, right? When he's high. Like, let's say he's down the street and he's gonna drive over here right now. This is what I imagine he must hear. "All right, Gabriel, I'll see you at the comedy club. Let me just take out my keys." I'll walk over here to my car. You unlock the door. Man. It's hot in here. I'm sorry for those of us in Austin who have money. Hey, man, let's go. You know he's high because the power windows and the thing went down before the car was on. All right, man, let's go to the club. Hey, let's turn on the radio. 102.7 San Antonio. Como la flor, como la flor, aquí Selena. No la chingues, ¿eh? Oh, in case there's any gang members there. Get to a stoplight. Órale, mamacita, what's happening? Oh, you don't like it? It's hydraulics. In case you were wondering. Okay.
Gabriel, don't you ever think about working out? I think about it all the time. All the time, watch. Guess what? I didn't like it. It sucks. Gotta move, you know. Let's get physical. You try to watch TV, they got the Bally's commercials. I hate those stupid commercials because they never have fluffy people in them. Everybody's already in shape, you know. Everybody's buff, everybody's all slim and trim, you know. I want to see a commercial with a fluffy guy on there on a treadmill, just heaving. Next scene, he's on the floor. Help him! Bally's. Working out. Every time I get motivated to try to work out, this is how I pump myself up, right? I'll pop in the Rocky DVD. Because the music, you know, you get the... Woo! As soon as the movie's over, I turn it off and the regular TV comes back on and never failed. I want my baby Chili's, baby cruise. Oh, that's a sign. Yeah. The gym. People say too, you know, well, you don't really have to work out. Just, you know, walk a little bit. I always hear that. Gabriel, you should walk. Why don't you walk? Go walking. You should walk. I'm gonna walk away from you. Leave me alone. Badgering me. They say you should eat right. You know, eat reasonably. I don't know what that means. Like I said, food is my drug. And my problem is I try to live every single day out, like, you know, to the fullest. Because you never know when it's your last day. I watch the news every day and they're always depressing me, you know, more problems. And it's like, you know, the world and the this and that. And it can't even rain in California without everybody freaking out. Okay, don't get me wrong. This time it rained and there was a lot of water. But you know what? They were reporting the first day like it was the end of the world. The guy was out there. We're standing here live in front of Walmart where apparently the torrential downpour has surprised Southern California. Ma'am, can you tell us, what do you see? Dear God, there is water everywhere. I walked inside Walmart 45 minutes ago. It was dry. Now look at it. Oh my Why being so dramatic for? In other parts of America, it rains 3-4 times a week. I've seen that same interview on someone's house. Not in their house, on their house, because the floods came in. And they're like, whatever. You know, sir, at what point did you realize that there was a serious problem with the water?
I tell you what, see, I woke up about 4:30 this morning. I come downstairs. I said, somebody put a lake in here.
For those of you who missed it, my name is Gabriel Iglesias. I know some of you heard the last name Iglesias. You're wondering, right, Gabriel, are you related to Julio? Well, for the ladies, you better believe it. Oh, trust me, after a 6-pack and a shot of tequila, I look a lot like Julio. After 4 shots, you'll be calling me Enrique. You don't believe me? Keep drinking. I like Julio. Julio's cool because Julio's one of those entertainers who knows how to talk to women. Like you see those snotty reporters, they come out with the lights and the cameras, right?
So, Julio, let me ask you something. What do you think about your concert last month in Los Angeles, huh?
And he comes out all cool and macho like a matador, just, hello. I am Julio. And you're so beautiful. I want to be with you. And the women hear that and they lose it, huh? See, me on the other hand, I'm a dork. I don't know how to talk to women. I don't. I'll walk up to a girl, I'll say the first thing that comes to mind. Hey, you hungry? And girls will tell me too, Gabriel, say something romantic. Well, I'm treating. I have coupons, what's up? Funny, man. Everybody always gives me advice on the best way to meet that special someone. Like my mom always tells me, Mijo, you know what you should do? You should go to a club. And I can't go to a club because every time I do, there's always that one pretty guy who messes up the curve for all the fluffy ones. That's right, Fluffy. I said it, Fluffy. That's the politically, for those of you that don't know, there's actually 5 different levels of fatness. There's big, there's healthy, there's husky, there's fluffy, and there's damn. If you walk into a bar or a restaurant and the waiter or waitress looks at you and goes, damn, you need to go. But seriously though, the pretty guys always mess up the curve. Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. The pretty guys, the ones with the pretty hair, the pretty eyes, the smile. Ding! They walk in all sexy.
Oh, you can't tell by the way I do it.
And all the ladies always go for the pretty ones. And ladies, don't say you don't because you do. I'm gonna let you know right now. If a pretty man is what you want, then by all means, make the connection. Get together. But I'll let you know right now, in the long run, a pretty man is gonna do nothing but lie to you, cheat on you, and break your heart. That's why, ladies, you need to start giving guys like me a chance. I'm serious, because the worst thing I'll ever do is have dinner without you. You're clapping, huh?
Man, I've had the weirdest year, man. I started off this year all messed up, man. I started it off in the hospital. Yeah, Pikachu la cagó. I messed up. I'll tell you what happened. I was at the house and I was eating some tacos and they were delicious. And all of a sudden I got a pain in my side. It was one of those pains that not even a good pedo can get rid of. You know what I'm talking about, bro? You ever get one of those pains at the house, you're eating, oh, it hurt, me duele. And your wife or girlfriend tells you, but let it go. Dale gas, chingale, dale. And you do, and it's like CPR, huh? Well, try as I did, it didn't work. I wound up in the emergency room, and if you guys do whatever you can to stay out of the hospital, because it was scary. It was, the first thing they did to me was they stripped me of all my clothes. And not in a sexy way either. It wasn't like, are you ready for Pikachu? Cochina, mírala. I wish it would have been like that. I might have liked it a little bit, you know? No, man, you know what they do to you in the hospital? They pull out these little industrial scissors that cut through anything, right? And they started on the left foot and they finished on the right. And they cut all the way up and cut all the way down and they pulled everything off at the same time. And Pikachu! Se me salió el Pokemon! And it was cold, too. Ooh. Pikachu! Ooh. So then they take all my clothes away from me and they replace them with this nasty lime green hospital gown. You know the kind where they tie it in the back and your butt is still showing, right? It was one of those. So I'm standing and I turn around and I see myself in the mirror. And I realize at that very moment, I do not look like a Pikachu. With all that green on, I look like goddamn Shrek. And it wasn't me who gave me the nickname, it was the nurses. I could hear them too.
Mira, Marta, ese gordito se parece Shrek. I'm serious. All he needs are the little antenitas and the donkey. That's it.
So they wheel me into the room, right? I'm laying down in the bed finally, and the doctor comes in. And I don't know what it is about doctors. They're just always happy to see you. Ah, Mr. Iglesias, how are you?
I can't fart.
Tengo pedo atorado. Mr. Iglesias, please, do me a favor. Roll over on your side. I'll be right back. You know, so he goes over to the wall and he gets these little gloves and he puts them on and he comes over to me and he puts his hand right here. And he goes, does that hurt? No. Does that hurt? And then this doctor turned into a magician. I swear to God he did, because his hand disappeared. And it reappeared somewhere way back here. I'm not going to tell you what he did, but you know what he did. El cabrón me hizo Pokemon. And then he has the nerve to tell me, Mr. Iglesias, I found the problem. You seem to be suffering. And